What's up, Haley? How you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, man.
What's happening, Ash? How are you, buddy?
Much. I'm here.
How are my bros?
Hanging in there, hanging in there. Thank you, I.E. Casserole from the back. Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
We're going to give Mr. Rev Art a chance to get here real quick, and then Haley's going to get us going. We got Ash, man, who I just got to meet in Georgia, and it was pretty awesome. That's my dude right there. That's my dude right there. And I think I just saw Chad Revart come through. If somebody could, please send him to a spot up here. There we go. Thank you, Haley Beth. Appreciate you, sis. Let's get a mic check with Chad, let his thing settle out, and then we're going to turn you loose, Miss Haley Beth.
Check, check.
Yes, you sound good, sir. You look good as always. We got Ashman sounding good, looking good. We got Haley sounding good, looking good.
Check one, check two.
Yes, ma'am. Ready, set, go, Haley.
Welcome to the Ginn Project Show. My name is Haley Beth, owner of Haley Dot. I'm a diamond dot artist. I have a show every Friday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tonight's featured guest is Dizzy Toad Victor. Take it away again. Enjoy the show, everyone.
Oh, that was good, Haley.
But first,
Good job, Haley.
Fantastic job.
if you're not tapping, you're
Napping.
That's right. That's right. Haley Beth, ladies and gentlemen. Haley Beth has a show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays where she hangs out with her friends. It's usually a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. People might tease with each other a little bit and joke around. You never know what might happen over there. But that is 6 p.m. Eastern Time. That is Haley Beth, and that's how you do it right there. What do you think, fellas?
Yo.
I'm excited now. That's how you do it. Haley, I hear you, Haley. I hear you, girl.
Get it, girl.
So we got Dizzy Victor Toad tonight. I got to meet these dudes this past weekend and spend a little time with them, and that was amazing. Love these guys. I like these guys even more now. Every time I get to see Chad, I like him more. And Ash, man, I'm sure the same's going to apply. I don't know. They're probably sick of me by now, but we ain't going to let them talk, so they won't be able to tell you that. So we got a lot going on. Ash is feeling slightly like his voice might not hold out for the whole episode, so we're not going to make him take the lead tonight. No, he's not going to be singing. Hey, Fishes folk, but he will be here, and we will try not to tax his singing voice too much. He has a big show coming up, and we don't want to mess that up. We got Chad Rev Art, who has been doing some big things his damn self, and I think we're gonna start out, since he's the OG here. I think we're gonna go ahead and start out with Chad and see what he's got going on. I know he's got some fun stuff to tell us about. He's also got some serious stuff to tell us about, as it seems to happen. Hi, everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all coming in. Thank y'all so much. Chad, I'm going to put you in a big box if it'll let me. Hey, look at that. We got two things in a row going for us, y'all.
Nice.
Look at that, y'all. Oh, my gosh. How is everybody this week?
Man, I know you got a mixture of good news and bad news and all in between kind of stuff going on. So you take however long it takes to get through everything, and Ashman will be here and me riding with you, and I'll try not to interrupt you too much.
Word. All right, well, I'm just going to start out with the serious stuff, and then we'll let this decline into silliness. How's that?
I like
y'all. Sticking to my plan. Every time I go live, I'm going to tell you guys, go check my bio, go check the link tree. Johnny Ray's in there. We have a GoFundMe for her. I'm about to put an update up either tonight or tomorrow on that thing, guys. They're putting her through the cleaners. She's having a rough time, but let me tell you this: she's still fighting. She's got her dukes up. So y'all go over there, check out that GoFundMe. If you ain't got $1, share it out to all the folks on all your social medias. Send her a thing telling her you love her. Go check out her artwork. She's a badass artist. I'm often reminded of that because I'm so focused on what I'm trying to do to help. So she's right here with us. Johnny Ray, we love you. Obviously, wait, that way. No, this way. Okay, I'll get it. There we go. Octopussy Cat, thank you so very much. That helps tremendously. Sharing it out helps tremendously. On that note, our friend Rebecca Hawkins, I don't know if she's in here right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the person that every single time we have something of this nature, she steps up and helps people. She has found herself fighting bladder cancer. I am helping her set up a GoFundMe that will be set up within the next couple of days. And by this time next week, I'll be able to give you a link to it. So, if you guys see Rebecca, make sure to give her some love. And if you don't know her, give her love from me. I don't care. But get ready for that. We're going to set that up. I'm sure she's got the PayPal and Cash App and all that on her page if you want to go help her out before I have that set up. So, go help the people that need help because we all help each other. That's what we do here.
Rebecca's one of those people that's been helping the art community since I remember, since I've been on here anyway. Chad's been on longer than I have.
The very first night you and I helped. Yeah, the very first night you and I hung out, we were talking to somebody. We were in a different country. What country were we in? Do you remember?
Philippines.
Yeah, we were in the Philippines. And they had just had a really bad earthquake. And the very first night Ginn and I were together, we were trying to help somebody out that their stuff got trashed. And Rebecca was there saving the day. And that's the first night that Ginn and I went out and paint the town brown, you know. So Rebecca's always been there, since day one with Ginn and I, for real. The very first night she was there. And she was making it rain on folks who needed it.
I think I made a mistake. Sorry about that, Severed.
What did you
went
do,
to
Ash?
And I brought her up.
Ooh, well, hi, Severed.
I'm on a lot of
Severed is family. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise for you. We even the hosts and the co-hosts did not know this was going to happen, but we have Severed Art here, and she did the run-up show for SA Artistry's event, which we're going to talk about anyway. So maybe you could give us a couple thoughts on that while you're up here, Severed.
Well, yeah, absolutely. One, what a phenomenal artist. I mean, essay. I mean, does brilliant even come close to describing her work? Because I think somebody could come up with a better word. Because no, she is. There you go.
Do you recognize this, Chad?
I do. Listen, not to interrupt you, Severed, but he had to bring up that. Y'all, that painting that Ginn has in his hand, if you weren't on with us the other day live from S.A.'s event, that was a piece that originally was planned to go in the Gravity and Grace show. However, while I was watching her paint it, I made some statements about how much I loved it. And unbeknownst to me, one of you loves me way more than I knew because somebody, and I tried to get it out of her, I'm not going to lie, somebody, an anonymous buyer, bought that from SA days before it was supposed to go to the gallery, and they bought it for me. I don't know how to say thank you. I don't know who to say thank you to, but whomever you are, wow, what a wonderful gift. I'm a big fan of cicadas. You can't see it here, but that's what's tattooed all the way down my forearm. So thank one of you for doing such a wonderful thing. And then, I want to add that, if you would have went to, the store and bought me something of equal value, it would have been great. But instead, you not only got me something I love, but you supported an artist that is phenomenal. So, whoever you are, thank you. Why ever you decided to do that for me, thank you. Welcome in, Kira. So yeah, whoever was the wonderful human being that decided to gift me this painting, I appreciate you greatly. Again, not only for doing something so awesome for me, but also doing something awesome for S.A. I don't even know what to say. I'm a little speechless. And when she told me that, I thought she was joking, but she was not joking. I did ask her twice. She was very serious. I did ask her twice if she would tell me who it was, and she said no, because I didn't know if it was going to open up and it was a joke with somebody else. And when I realized she was serious, I said, okay, I'll respect that. I won't put you in a weird spot. So I stopped asking her, whomever you are, your secret is safe with her. And thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love that painting. The only reason Ginn has it right now is because the Atlanta airport is hell. And I wasn't trying to get in an extra line to try to check something in. It literally took every bit of 2 hours, and I almost missed my flight. So he will be shipping that off. Yeah, he will be shipping that off to me sooner than later, right, Ginn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because listen, here's the thing. I don't know who bought that. And they might be a really, really mean individual. And if you don't send it soon, they might come and get you. But then again,
we take on all comers, brothers. We don't care. We take on all comers.
That's right.
I don't care.
That's right. Oh, come get some. But yeah, whomever you are,
definitely get it to you, bro.
Thank you. And now that I've taken this train way off the tracks, I would like to make a turn. Can you make a turn on the tracks? I'm going to anyway. That's I do what I want. I'm going to turn on the tracks, and I'm going to.
You can do that with spaceship.
Go right back. Yeah, we do that. But last time Ash did that, we forgot to turn on the neutralizer, the gravity neutralizer, and we all almost leaked our brains out one side of our head. Thanks, Ash.
My bad.
I know. Well,
I'm still leaning to the right.
So, yeah, I know. Me too. But I would like to steer back around to the show and that day, and the fact that Severed Art kicked so much ass that day. Severed. Oh my gosh. You are amazing. I am so glad that a while back you moseyed your way into our crew and started doing stuff with us. You are an amazing individual, and if anybody hasn't told you already, kudos to you. Amazing job.
Yes.
And with that, I think that Ginn and I might have interrupted you like we do everybody. I'm really sorry about that. Maybe I'll pass the mic. Let me pass the mic back to Severed Art. Here you go.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm only going to take it for a few more seconds just to talk about S.A. And yeah, genius. Genius is the word. Layers upon layers of a genius in her paintings and everything she creates. And on that note, I'd also like to say, super excited to have Victor up tonight. So he is also an amazing creator. And yeah, I'm going to drop that back down into the chat. And you know what? I am so thankful to have met and be a part of all you guys, all this community. Changed my world. So I love you all. And on that,
all right, goodbye.
Bye.
we love you.
I brought you up. I take you out.
Vicious foe. You can't. No, you're not allowed to have emotions here, or Ash will throw you out. I like it. That's perfect.
Oh my gosh, Severed.
Thank you.
We love you.
Severed.
Maybe not Ash, but we do.
Thank you for coming up, Severed. That was Axeman. The Axeman. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And that's how you know she's officially tight in our circle. When Ash is like, no, go.
When he throws her out, yeah, I would have to agree. So, I think there's a way to do images on here. Let me see here.
Yeah.
No, that ain't
Hit your effects button.
I don't know. I don't see an effects button anymore. Huh.
Yeah, I got one.
Let's see here. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to try to do.
Nice.
You want one? There's one. It cuts you guys out. It's really like trimming all the edges. It cropped it.
That's a yes, yes.
Man, I hope I don't
Sure,
accidentally
man.
put some dirty picture up here.
Ah, there it is. Effects. All right. Yeah, no kidding, right? So
Look at that. There's
one.
me and the dude right there.
Hey, look at that.
Of course. Man, my clip, I think, might have just finally gave it. Like, just been done. I'm going to have to buy
Let's see
another
what
one.
else I can. Oh, here we go. There's S.A. Let's see here. See if we can find one. Ah. Anybody recognize that lady? And that dude?
No, look at that, yo. For those of you who don't know, you need to be following Lynn's Creative. That is our homie, Lenny.
Yes.
Lenny!
So happy about that. Hello,
Got to
DeFufu.
meet Lenny. So
What up,
Lenny
Lizzie?
brought some artwork with her, and it's right here. And
Oh, yeah?
S.A. also gave us some artwork as gifts, which is super dope, from Mondo. So there's me and Lenny right there. Here, it's actually what you want. There's me and Lenny
Just
right
take,
there.
if you can reach, if you can reach, just take your thumb and cover your camera. You'll disappear. See, watch. I'm here. I'm not here. I'm here. I'm not here. He stole everything, Kira. He was pocketing everything. Like,
And then,
I think that S.A. probably needs to count her paintings.
yes, she does.
And
for
he stole
sure.
from Lenny, too.
Lenny brought me
I'm just going
that.
to keep switching pictures.
And then check this out. She also brought that.
She is amazing.
These are both prints of her originals. Here, let me stop that so you can actually see what the heck is going on here. There we go. So cool. So yes, Lenny brought me two. And then there's Lynn's Creative Edge. That's her info. Amazing stuff, though.
Yes. And she
For
drove
those
a
that don't
long ass
know,
way to be there.
Like 5.5 hours she drove to get to that event.
And then she turned around and drove home.
She brought those to me to Fufu. She drove 5.5 hours to support S.A.'s event. And these are prints of her work. So amazing of her to do that. Very cool. And S.A. also had a gift for Chad and I. And I don't know who else. But check this out, y'all. The great Mondo.
Oh, yeah.
I have an original piece from Mondo
Bro.
now. And so does Chad. Check that
Yes.
out.
If you
Isn't that
have
so
it
cool?
there, you're more than welcome to show it.
Okay. I wanted to make sure before I did anything, but look
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. I love that piece. I love
Cool
that
is
piece
that?
since he was
Isn't
working
that
on it.
amazing? Yes, it is amazing. And I absolutely love it. How about that, Ash? It's got a balloon in there. It's got a guitar
look at
in
that.
there. Kind of made me think of you, homie.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got one, but it got a little wrinkled, so it's getting pressed right now.
Right on. That traveling will do it.
Yep.
And then I have one other one in here, an original.
Who's that?
EvesArtistry.com.
Who's that from?
Hey, dude, could you tell us, Ashley, you got enough voice to give us one time?
I believe that's from EvesArtistry.com. That's EvesArtistry.com.
Yes, it is.
EvesArtistry.com.
.com.
Check
I love
check
it.
out these three crazies.
The eyes are perfect.
Yes, they are. That's what I told her too, and she handed to me. I was like, "The eyes are spot on, Eve." I just keep switching pictures over there. Yes, that's a Chad duck, DeFufu. It most
It is a
definitely is.
Chad
Oh my
duck.
God, Ginn. I might have to mute you for a second and go get that box because I got busy with farm stuff and I left it in my carving studio again.
Do you think, buddy? It's okay.
All right. Let me
We got 10 minutes
find a
until
better picture here.
Mr. Dizzy Toe.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you're quick like a bunny. I've seen you
I'm
move.
thumbing through my pictures here. I know, right? I can be when I need to be.
And I forgot, I was going to get Ash to sign Dr.
Oh,
Lingus. I brought him
man,
with
cut
me,
everybody
but
off.
I forgot to get Ash. Well, that's all right. That's a nice picture of you.
Whoa. All right. Do you want me to go get that? I'll go grab it if you want.
It's up to you, man. Whatever you want to do. Mama T, how are you? Laura J. No worries, dude. I don't want you to hurt yourself or anything. It's pretty
Well,
heavy.
it weighs about 150 pounds, so it's going to take me a minute.
All right.
We only got 10 minutes, so I'll have to be fast. I'll hop quick like
Maybe
a
not.
bunny.
It's all good, man. You can just rest.
You want to go?
Whatever.
You want to
Whatever
go
you
next
wanna
time,
do,
or you
man.
want me to go grab it?
Go grab it, man.
Well, you
Go
know
grab
what's
it.
in the box. Is it going to take more than 10
Go
minutes?
get it. You're
No.
wasting time.
This wood,
I'm getting out of
yeah.
here. I'm out. I'm out.
He forgot it last week too. That we're already a
I
week
know. If
behind.
he doesn't go get it now, he never will.
It might get Gary might have it by now.
No, boy.
Ready, set, go. Laura said you could have had it by now. So, what do you think, Ash? Did you enjoy yourself, sir?
I had a great time, dude. Meeting all you guys, seeing S.A.'s freaking amazing art. It was a great time.
It's crazy.
I had a better time, actually.
Except the crud, the airplane crud.
Yeah,
or the
well, you know,
art world
that's to
crud
be
or whatever,
expected.
travel crud.
That's
Me
to be
too, man.
expected when you travel.
I'm fighting that thing off my dang self. We can get the lighting
Yeah,
to.
no, I had a great time, dude. Meeting you, meeting Chad, meeting S.A., Eve. Jeez, dude.
It was fun. Lenny, yeah, man, Lenny popped in.
That was incredible.
Yes, man. And here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing about Ash. That dude is handsome in person too, y'all. In fact, he's like S.A.'s art. He's even better in person. Dude's even better in person. He don't need no filters. Ashman don't need no filters. I just always objectify Ashman. So, man,
yeah.
what is your with the minimum amount of energy? What is your impression, man? What is your overall thought about S.A.'s work?
It's just phenomenal, dude. Like I said in the interview, we were talking about as like in person, it is amazing. Like the color shifts, the 3D piece with all the different pieces that are painted as you're walking by, it just keeps moving, and it's like got a life of its own while you're looking at it, and it's really incredible, and all those small things that are going on within each piece, of course, as you know.
Yeah.
Just like Eve was pointing out things that I had missed, and I was, looking around at other things that, other people missed. It's like, it's layers, like you said. It's just layers and layers of amazing stuff.
And then the meaning behind the pieces is
Oh yeah,
also often phenomenal. Now, sometimes she
Another
just paints
beautiful
some
layer.
stuff.
Yeah,
But the stuff she thinks through, the conceptual stuff she comes up with, has layers upon layers of meaning in it. And getting to see, man, Ash, she has a giant, I'm talking about a wall-sized charcoal of Bob Marley at her house.
Huge.
Wow.
Of charcoal.
I was speechless, dude,
It
for a
is
long time.
shockingly good.
You guys
Charcoal.
want to see? You guys want to see what Ginn sent me? I got a whole
Yes.
box of inspiration stuff here, and if you guys didn't know, my last few pieces that were notable all came from the inspiration package from the Ginn from last time. So Let's see what he sent.
Here we go.
I don't even know. Only he knows.
And then we get to talk
Okay.
to a woodworker about what inspires him.
Yeah.
That is ambrosia maple.
Beautiful. I seem to remember somebody making a guitar neck out of that.
Yeah, all of them are made out of that. well, not anymore. You're right, Ash. Now they're past. Now we made some out of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to keep moving because we only got like 6 minutes.
You got 4. That, my friend, is a piece of quarter sawn oak.
Wow.
Ooh. I'm going to keep moving. Here we go. Is this more ambrosia maple?
That is more. That's. Which one is that? That's birch. Or
Is it
oak.
birch?
I can't see my screen very well right now. No, that's doesn't it look like the other one? Isn't there 2 oaks in there?
Yeah.
Is there 2 oaks in there? Okay, yeah,
this-
that's an oak then. I got a glare, man,
Okay.
so it's really hard for me to see.
Okay.
There should be 2 long pieces of oak that you could carve, I don't know, Viking faces out of. That's ambrosia maple again.
Oh.
That is a piece, just a chunk of ambrosia maple.
Look at that. Tasty.
I believe it's a chunk of ambrosia maple.
Got another one of these.
Yes.
What's up,
One of those
Falcon?
should be mahogany. You might notice one of them is considerable more orange and lighter. I think the one in your hand.
I think
That's
that
mahogany,
yes.
right?
I was
That's
about to say
mahogany.
the one in my hand.
That is a chunk of mahogany. That
Yes,
is not
it is.
Brazilian mahogany. That is Honduran mahogany.
What?
Mahogany
Oh.
nonetheless.
Mahogany nonetheless. Oh, this one's going to be killer. I know what this one is. You guys have seen this one. You ready?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
That's
you're
a
gonna
piece
do
of
amazing
cherry.
stuff with that.
This is going to be awesome sauce right here, y'all. Look at that edge.
Hey, Chicano Custom Woodworks. Good to
Hey,
see
you mailed me an ant.
an ant
Nice.
just for you.
Can you see him?
I can't.
There he goes.
Oh, there he is.
Oh wow.
Big old black ant. It was in the package. That's funny. You just came a
Right on.
long ways, little buddy. Oh my.
Yeah, Mama T, right?
Yo.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what you do.
That is going to be a guitar.
Yes, it is. Yeah, at least it's not a spider, right, Laura Jane? This is going to be amazing. Right, y'all? I cannot wait. Is that all we
Should be
got in
fun.
there, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And
There might
then
be. I thought
the
there's
big
a chunk of
live-edge
cherry in there somewhere. I thought there was a chunk of cherry in there too, but I could be wrong. I got to send you another package, but
Oh, no.
hey Z, thank you Z. So Haley, if you're still in here, or if we got a mod in here, could we please send Mr. Dizzy Toad Victor up, please?
Oh, hey. Here's what you were talking about.
The big old chunk of
Pretty,
cherry.
dude.
It's got a weird little.
This one's pretty.
Uh-oh. There he is. Let's get a mic
Hey, there's
check
Wood.
on Mr. Victor. How are you, sir? Can you hear us?
I hear you testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check,
Yes,
check,
sir.
check.
We got you. We got you.
Dizzy's in the house.
I got this thing and I got this thing.
Perfect. Good to see you, sir. We Chad was just opening a box with some little chunks of wood, which is very, very
Little.
fitting because
My little chunks of wood are in a pile under a tarp outside.
I heard that. Heard that. How are you today, sir? Good to see you.
I'm doing all right.
For for those that
I've
don't
been,
know,
hey Z, I've
you
been furiously going through and trying to tag the 15 at a time that I can to let them know.
right on. Well, for those that don't know, I
Hey
think
Brian.
most everybody's going to know. But this is Dizzy Toad, Victor. He is an absolutely phenomenal wood turner, and the
Yeah, I'm
reason
okay.
most of you already know him is that he is so supportive of the art community. He's always see him popping in lives. He's very kind with his information. I often see him answering questions and helping folks, which everybody in the woodworking world doesn't
Hey
necessarily do.
Daniela.
So really glad to have him on. He's someone that I've wanted to have on for a long time. A fellow woodworker. We're on different kind of worlds of woodworking, but I
Yeah.
think that's what's interesting. So we're gonna get to talk to Mr. Victor today, and we're gonna hear about his grandpa Todd and his pop and some other
Excuse me.
folks, and we're gonna see some of his artwork, and we're gonna pick his brain
Yeah, it's right
about
there.
tools and grain patterns and all that kind of thing too. So, Victor, thank you for being here today, sir. We appreciate you coming on.
Well, thanks for having me.
Good to see you, Victor.
Absolutely.
Hey Nadia.
I know that Chad and I especially are interested to hear your thoughts on some woodworking related stuff. Hey, Rebecca, and I know that Ash is as well. The reason I add that caveat is Chad and I tend to do more of the woodworking thing than Ash does. He has a closet full of woodworking stuff too, but
Is it all dusty?
it's all dusty. It is all dusty. And Rebecca in the chat is who Chad was talking about earlier that a GoFundMe has been set up for, who was just diagnosed with bladder cancer. So she is in the chat,
All right.
bro.
Thanks, Joe.
All right. So, Mr. Victor, start us at the beginning, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Where are you from? That kind of thing.
Well, Victor Todd. Actually, I'm currently living in North Carolina, Western North Carolina, about an hour or so from Ginn there. And but I grew up in North Central Washington State, so I'm a few miles from the original home.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and like Ginn mentioned, my grandpa on my dad's side was always into woodworking. He built like furniture stuff. That's not me, but that was him. So he would do like tables, rocking chairs. One of the last things I remember him making was a grandfather clock.
That's cool.
That
You said he was also a lapidary.
Yeah, he had
Wow.
a saw down in his basement area, and he'd in his little wet saw, and he'd cut those rocks in half and get those crystals exposed and all that fun stuff. They'd sell that stuff up in his little gift shop they had. They had a roadside gift shop there in Montana. So, hello,
Well,
everyone.
So he had a tradition of woodworking, and then your father was a traditional carpenter.
Yeah.
if
Dad, he
I'm
was
not mistaken.
good old fashioned oakie. Oh, spaceman, that's cool. An oakie, and
Nice.
grew up basically poor Dust Bowl era, and so he knew how to do a heck of a lot of stuff. So if he needed something framed, he could frame it. If he needed to do it, hang a door, he could hang a door. I only seen him on the lathe, use a lathe once, and that was after I'd flown the coop and come back and visited. So
You just had to be home visiting, and he used the lathe. Then. All right.
yeah.
Maybe he used it
Um,
similar to how I use it when I was making furniture and stuff. I use it for
Yeah, but I've
dowels.
always done stuff with my hands. I mean, in my teen, as every little munchkin, I started out with the Legos and stuff, and in my teens, I built quite a few plastic, model cars, planes, boats. you know, doing heavy detail work on a few of them. At a 57 Corvette, I painted a nice forest green and detailed the dash with, like single hair paintbrush. Gave it plug wires in the engine, all that kind of good stuff.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And
I love
Nice.
it. Legos,
spent,
erector sets. You started out.
Yeah.
You started out right, huh?
yeah, started with the basic building blocks and worked my way up. Right? See,
Hell yeah.
I like how I did that. Then after high school, I ran off and worked for Uncle Sam for quite a bit. I did 4 years in the Navy. Kind of bounced around as a sand crab there because I just did my job was a training device repairer. So I just worked on electronics on that. Did my 4 years there. Got out for various reasons. And was out for a while. Married the first time, ran off to the Army for something different, where I worked on UH-1 Huey helicopters, and then transitioned to Blackhawks. But while I was doing that, while I was up at Fort Drum, I did a little dabbled in country craft woodworking, made birdhouses, bird feeders, little porch decorations for like Halloween or various holidays, stuff like that. And then with where I was going with the Army, I never deployed, but I was still going all over. And so there was basically a break in woodworking all the way up until, pandemic time frame, pretty much. I did a few, now, again, I've totally spaced on these, but I did do some interim woodworking once I got here in the house I've been at for 20 years. I made a couple things for the wife. I made a vanity stool, which is upstairs, which of course never use anymore. And in the spare bedroom, there is a bookshelf I built for her that just uses basic joinery and dowels. There's not a single screw in it. And if 15, 18 years probably it's been going, still holding strong.
I love it.
So I can do flat work.
Gotcha.
I even angled the legs, kind of curved, and the top piece kind of comes out like this, and the pieces that go across are like a long paisley teardrop shape. I just by running them diagonal across the table saw blade.
Right on.
So yeah, I learned a thing or two over the years, and then let's say in 2021, middle of the pandemic, I decided, hey, I want to get back into woodworking, and given the space I had, I thought, because everything's gotten cluttered, I thought I want to do wood turning. So I started out, bought a midi lathe, started out working on that, and within a year and a half, I decided I'd outgrown it. So I bought a bigger one.
With the mini lathe, you make like pens and smaller things like that?
Well, there's mini, midi, and then the big guys. So I started out with a midi.
Oh, okay.
It was a 1420, so you could turn something up to 14 inches in diameter and up to 20 inches long.
Okay. I got you. See, I didn't even know that terminology.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
I just got a lathe.
Now
That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, you show me a picture sometime. I'll tell you what you got.
It's green. It's green.
It's green.
It's green.
Yeah. Actually, you did tell me what you got. So it's probably got a 12-inch swing. It's probably do a 12-inch diameter.
Yeah, I think
unless
so.
it's a really, really small one. So. And
I wish I were. I wish I was around the one that I picked up, so you could try to identify it. I picked up a very antiquitous one. I was at a flea market antique shop and a
Yeah.
guy had it for like $20, and I picked it up. I don't know if it's even worth that, but I really liked it. It's so old that it has the oil droppers, the oil drippers. I can't remember what they're called, the oil jars
Yeah.
up
Hey,
on
Lynn.
top, and it was before they made ball bearings, so it actually spins in a tube of copper.
Ooh, interesting.
So
Hey, Chica, thank you.
I would like to eventually
A lot of my friends are dropping in.
refurbish it
Cool.
and use
Appreciate
it.
you guys.
What's up, Lenny?
Hey,
It's
Lynn.
so nice to meet you.
It's
So
great to
yeah,
meet
so
you,
I got
Lynn.
started back in basically January 2021, and in November of 2021, a friend of mine at work got me into TikTok, and so probably about I went back and looked, and my first post on TikTok was in 17 January of 2022.
Huh.
And
Our first
so that's
show
when
was
I started
January
posting
of
things.
24. So you've been on a while.
Yeah, and so January 2022 was my first post, but it took me about a year to get the 1,000 people you needed following you at that time before I could start doing lives. So, and then I started, doing lives, and that became fun.
There went the neighborhood.
Yeah, there went the neighborhood. Yeah, started selling my stuff at markets in November of 2023. That was the first market I ever did, was a little holiday market, and I did fairly well. And been trying to do at least a few markets a year ever since. I've already done 6 this year, and I've got at least 3 more to go.
Nice.
And then I met Joe.
Now he's a
Yeah.
streaming demon.
See, just like Joe and
So
Nutler and all these other guys, those are my wood turning buddies.
let me just say, if anybody would like to get in touch with him, it's dizzytoadwoodworks@gmail.com. If you wanna get in touch with him, we're gonna talk about that later. I like to repeat it so people hopefully remember it.
Yeah.
It's dizzytoadwoodworks@gmail.com. If you were interested in a commission or buying a piece that he has or trying to exchange information, whatever the case is, dizzytoadworks@gmail.com.
Yeah. Dizzy Toad Woodworks. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Dizzy Toad Woodworks.
At Gmail. I know it works because I had one friend email me some plans for something on that.
And you can also catch him. It's capital letters. It's NCTOAD81, and those are on the Book of Faces and on Insta. So a couple more places you can go follow our buddy Victor. And I'll give those to you again later in the show too. So in 2020, your first lathe was delivered during COVID. And
January 2021. Yeah.
And you were, from what you were telling me, you were just making kind of little bottle openers and mushrooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I started out basically with bottle openers, wine stoppers. Started doing mushrooms, and I've got a few old pieces I can show you here. Later on, after I show you some of my stuff, for if y'all are interested, we'll go back and I can show you the shop.
Heck yeah!
And some of the tools and stuff.
Yes, sir.
And I can show you some of the not so glamorous sides of it.
Yeah, folks, get your notepad out. I have mine because we're gonna learn something. This man, anybody that's been working with their hands as long as he has, and takes an approach like he. I don't know. I like your approach.
Even this piece, you see that bottom. Yeah, yes, I got it a little thin, so I had to patch it. So I turned this cup into a pen holder.
Heard that. Sometimes it happens. They don't all come out perfect, do
No, I've made some oopsies. So
You got
And
to
you,
learn.
so you started turning in 2020, and you started doing shows in 23.
Yeah, 2021 and 2020. Yeah, by 2023, I was doing shows. Yeah. And I'll, does Ash or Chad or anyone down below have any other questions for me right now?
It's funny because I got into woodworking over COVID as well. So I just kind of wonder how many people did, got
Yeah.
into it.
Well, a lot of people went into like a lot of craft stuff like that during COVID that I've heard about. Kind of like, also during COVID, everybody decided to get RVs.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes.
True.
And probably 80% of those people that bought RVs during COVID decided they didn't really like doing the RV thing and they're putting them back on for sale.
Yeah, I built a bunch of bookshelves and furniture for the house, and then I was like, okay, I don't know what to do after this. So
Hey, Wolfie.
they all
Yo, dog. Chris. What's up, Chris?
Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
Tasha. What's up,
So,
OG?
how big or what kind of a machine do you run now? You said you started with the smaller ones and went up.
Yeah. I started out with a Win 1420, which we're just still back there. And my new one, which I got in actually just a year and a half after the other one. So I got my first one in January of 2021, and in like was it June or July of 2022, a year and a half later, I bought a Rikon VSR 70 3040, which has it has a shorter footprint overall, left to right, so it doesn't take as much space that way overall, but it has a sliding bedway. So the swing, the maximum diameter you can do ranges from 24 to 31 inches in diameter.
Wow.
Man, that's
I mean,
pretty good.
I don't have the rotating headstock like a lot of lathes do,
Uh-huh.
which would be nice
that's
sometimes, but
That's a big
it
throw.
still gives
31
me
inches?
yeah.
Man, that's a platter.
Yeah.
That's a platter for a big table.
Yeah. It is.
Man. So
Nice.
what was it about woodworking? I mean, about turning though. Of all the different options in woodworking, what made you go with the turning portion?
It just seems very interesting. Well, I did do a very short stint of wood turning in shop class in high school. I made like some real ugly, chunky, candle holders. But other than that, it was driven by the workspace that I had and just the fact that I wanted to get back to doing the wood with my hands. And I knew I could make a lot of cool stuff, especially since from, just going, even before we'd always go to like a craft show here, a craft show there, and I'd see the people doing the stuff. And it's like, I can do that. So now I'm doing that.
That's awesome, man. Well, so once you started turning, it became more of you started seeing the kind of business sort of potential in it, I'm assuming, which is why you started doing shows and, that kind of thing.
It's like, yeah, I can,
And-
little, everyone said, the term side hustle. So yeah, and I also looked at it as, something I can keep doing in through retirement, because I did retire from, working for the man. I retired back in February of this year. So after 20 years of working second shift, I was ready to stop.
Heard that. and now you are a veteran wood turner, so to speak.
Yes.
Because you've
I'm
been
a
doing
veteran
it
and a
enough.
veteran wood turner.
Right. But you've had enough time in it and enough experience in it now for it to kind of shape how you do things and your approach and all that, which is you can watch. When you see in the FYP, you have a kind of a deliberate way about you, which is good. Like, I don't know if this will make sense, but if you've ever been, like, I have a friend that owns an antique store, and he handles a lot of really valuable things. And you can just watch his hands when he's dealing with something and tell that he's got experience handling, precious items, you might say. And that same thing happens. If you're, you were in service, you look out across the flight line. Some of those guys walk around a little differently. You can just see the cadence and how they walk and tell kind of they might be some of them guys that jump out of the sky on you or something. But so for you, one of the interesting things to me is you have a deliberate way about your actual turning. About, it seems to me to be a very thoughtful process, and it makes sense to me because there's not a lot of margin for error in some of this stuff. Some of these blades get turning pretty fast, and you can get hurt quick if you're not paying attention. And the lathe, that applies to the lathe too, because you like to turn stuff that has flaws and blemishes and stuff, the same type of stuff that I like to work with, and that ups the level.
Yeah, and I'll show you some of that stuff.
That makes it more dangerous to do, first of all, but it also makes it more likely that you'll have a blowout or an imperfection or something like that happen too. So it ups the risk for the piece, really. And I don't know. It seems to me that you have found ways to manage that.
Yeah, and it works about 50% of the time. Now, I do want to put a caveat out there for somebody in case they're looking for something. At this time, maybe later on if I get a little more bored, but at this time, I have no desire to make a segmented piece. I don't have the patience right now to cut out all those little pieces and glue everything together and glue it all together and then turn it. So, no segmented for me right now. Maybe some other time.
Those look cool, but I like the solid pieces. Man.
Not yet. A lot of your urns are bigger, and it's hard to get a big enough actual chunk of wood to make a large urn. So you do segmented, and so then it's already mostly hollowed out. You just have to clean up the inside and outside edges, and then form your top. But if you got one big solid chunk, it's going to take a while if it's really huge.
Right.
So, are we to the show and tell portion yet?
Sure. This is your show. We do it. We follow your lead. So you take us on your journey.
I'm gonna start off with a couple of pictures. So I'm going to end up flipping the camera here for a minute.
Okay.
If I can.
Y'all get a good look at Mr. Victor, because we're not going to be able to see him here for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Hang on a second. This is a wing bowl. This is ambrosia maple. This went to its forever home about 3 markets ago. So this spring, late spring, early summer. And that's cool. Approximately 10 by 19. Get my fingers going here. On this side, it sits on the center of the curve. On this side, it sits on the 2 edges. And in the middle, there's about 1/8 of an inch that sits off the ground. And that is all out of ambrosia maple.
That's cool.
And it has little frog eyes for the dizzy toad, which showed up when I turned
it. Nice. I love the little surprises. What up, Hammond?
Then we're going to come
Yeah.
all the way back up here. Come all the way back to the top. Come on. And this piece is, I got to remember where the camera is.
Incredible.
There we go.
Is
Wow.
an
That's
apple
cool.
crotch. So it's like the trunk, and then when it branches off into two branches. And like I said, I have to show pictures of these because this one is currently residing in Decatur, Georgia. And it's roughly 10 inches in diameter overall. So
That's cool. See, that's what I was
that's
talking
two of the
about
ones
earlier,
I'm really proud of that are not here anymore.
that live edge, the working with that, it's got the knots and I love it. It's beautiful. Really beautiful way to accentuate what kind of nature already did. I love it.
Yeah. There's one more funky one I could have showed you, but I don't feel like digging back through the photos, even though I have it kind of marked. It still takes a while to. So let me show you a couple. Just we'll do the winter theme since we're coming up close to it.
Hey, Lisa.
So these are some of my early bottle openers that you turned and you just put the thing on the front to ignore the price tags.
Those are cool.
Wow. Let's see. This one, the light doesn't show it right, but that's black walnut. And this one, I believe, was maple. Maybe been something else, but I started out doing lines a lot. I've kind of gotten away from the burned lines, but I plan on getting back into them. And for you holiday wine drinkers, we have
That's awesome. Man.
cool Christmas tree and a snowman.
Nice.
Stoppers.
Turned
I love
on
it.
the lathe.
Very cool.
So that's those guys.
Wine you say? Yes, please.
What's that?
Someone was
and more the full size. This tree has been broken and repaired, so it's not for sale. It's going to stay in my house. But this is a, I believe this is either an apple or a cherry branch.
Right on.
And that's the tree. And I don't know where that was. Oh, yeah, it's up here. Let me show you a couple of my early pieces. And I meant to grab a couple more from upstairs. I forgot. So I'm not going to go run back up and get them. This right here was an early attempt at a thin platter out of red oak, and it's still usable, but you can see all these crack lines. I had to fill those in with just at the time I just used 5-minute epoxy and a little bit of sawdust to fill those cracks in.
That's a nice.
And that was turned on my big lathe. You can still see. Well, maybe you can't. You can still see some tool lines down in there that didn't get out. And this is finished with homemade shellac, which I learned you can't put an ink pen on there because the alcohol messes with the ink. And then I have two early ambrosia maple bowls. This could be like a little snack bowl.
That's gorgeous.
These are just finished with shellac because that's what I started out using, trying to use shellac, and I was not that good at it. I put it on too thick and was impatient. It's nice and shiny and everything, and water resistant, but just don't want to put any alcohol with it. And that's one of my early mortises going in. I didn't clean up. I put this is from March of 2021. And Severed will recognize this one. This is a little,
Lisa. Hey,
for anyone that didn't see, this is a little collab I did with Severed. Just a little tray plate. I turned it, and Severed did that.
That's amazing.
That's
so cool.
Incredible.
Get it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I had to go and show that one here.
Friend Severed? You heard of our friend Severed Art? She's amazing.
Ah! I just threw a bowl on the floor. Good thing it's carpet.
Oh man. Yeah, don't be breaking them now.
Let's see. Now let's do this one. Then we get back into, these are more ones done very recently. A spalted maple bowl with OG outline profile to it.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And the profile even goes to the inside. And this had a big fat tenon on it. So I took the tenon off and I left enough on the bottom that I could dish it down and make a ring foot on the whole thing.
Beautiful. Beautiful, dude.
And this little guy came out of here. I have a coring system so I can get more than one piece out of a larger blank. And it still has a lot of that heavy spalt also.
So instead of having to just waste all that material, it'll actually core the middle part out, and then you can turn it in. That's awesome.
Yeah, the best I've done so far is 3. And then this had a little mortise on it, and I just sanded down the mortise and smoothed it out across there. So, more for people that don't know, a tenon, sticks up, and a mortise is like an indent.
Like mortise and tenon joinery.
Yeah, mortise. While I got it uncovered, here is one of my early. All but one of my platters are early. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's right, I did sell one. That's right, I forgot. This is from a red oak crotch, approximately a 14-inch platter. It warped over time, but the bottom has been flattened. I don't remember which finish I used on this one. It was either Howard's or a tung oil finish.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
Ash and I and Chad and I have had a lot of conversations. I like to use woods that aren't the stuff you would necessarily get at the store that are super straight grains and all perfect. They may have little punky areas, or they may have, and I like using, crotch material and some of the tension wood that we get up here in the mountains and that kind of thing. But the trade-off there is that it often wants to warp or crack or whatever. You end up with a higher incidence rate of problems when you use stuff like that, but it's so beautiful, it's worth it. What do you end up doing with the pieces I have pieces here that are in various stages, all the way including necks with fretboards glued to them that are no longer useful because they warped when you glued them on or whatever. What process do you use for your leftover stuff, or your stuff that warps or cracks? Or
if it's salvageable, I'll let it sit for a while, make sure it's stabilized and sealed, and then I'll like those platters. I went back after they sat for a year and a half, 2 years, and finished doing their thing, and I noticed they weren't doing anything anymore. I went back and reflattened the bottoms on them.
Gotcha.
All of my the spalted maple, because for people that don't know, spalt. Hey, Heartsy, spalt is the beginning of rot. It's a fungus that gets into the wood. And so you have, part of your wood that's still pristine and nice and hard. And then the spalted is softer, so you have to stabilize that. And my current method for that is a home mix of shellac and let it soak in and harden up those fibers.
Ah, I
And
when I
sometimes you'll have to do that more than once.
so you use a homemade shellac, man. That's interesting.
Yeah, I
Um,
mix my own shellac.
I was
that's
going to ask
very
about
cool.
that.
Yeah. So, like, and you can, what they call it a cut, like 1, 2, or 3 pound cut. And, so 1 pound cut is thin and, 3 pound cut is thick. Just means you got more shellac in with the alcohol. Hey, Fayan, how you doing?
Hey, Fan. Hey, Lisa. So, like, one of the things that I use to stabilize wood is I have a little pot that has a lid on it with a little vacuum pump and this stuff called cactus juice, and I submerge it in
cactus
there,
juice, yeah.
put it under vacuum, and I've done that for like knife scales and handles and stuff like that needs to be stabilized. It's really expensive though, but it heat cures at a fairly low temperature, so it's really convenient.
Yeah,
And
I
then
might delve
like
into cactus juice one of these days.
I liked it for, like I said, for knife scales or for handles. Handles. It's got to be smaller. It's got to be smaller items though. But the other thing that I like to use is epoxy, and I use what's called eco-epoxy, and it's made out of like sunflower seeds and that kind of stuff. So it's a little more environmentally friendly because my shop is in my house, so I have to be careful what chemicals and what kind of stuff like that I use. So have you?
I still shy away from epoxy.
Right on.
I'm
For what reason?
Because it's expensive and it's a pain in the butt.
Well, you make good points. I actually turned down pretty big commissions for river tables and stuff like that, and I won't do them. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Lenny. I just use the epoxy. Like, say I'm building like back in the day when I used to build tables. If I was building you a dining room table and a piece of wood had a knot in it, and the knot was missing, I might fill that with epoxy, just so that your stuff don't fall through your table or whatever. But I always like to use it just as a way to make the wood usable, not as the main feature, if that makes sense.
And I'm going to show like 3 more things I'm going to show.
Okay.
So, how we both like the unusual. Well, this is about a 9 3/4 inch tall vase made out of a cherry branch. So,
that's beautiful.
There's the backside, and as we turn it around, you get a bark inclusion.
That is gorgeous.
So
beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Woo! So this is a vase for dry arrangements.
Right.
Very
cool.
I set that right
Thank
there.
You, Lanny. That's awesome. Thank you, Lanny.
And then I'll show a couple of my trademarks, basically from around here. But I'll start with a black locust lidded box with a black walnut finial on the top.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
And we're not going to do it here, but for people that don't know, black locust, and it grain matches too. Black locust fluoresces. If you put it under black light, it will glow purple. What the what the heck? Wonderful, man. That was cool. And actually, instead of that one, let me grab one of these other ones that has more of the color in it. And what sold best for me early on, and still does a little bit, is a mushroom. I do a live edge mushroom with the bark at the base and around the cap. This is from a black walnut branch, and it has a streak of sapwood in it. So you get the lighter wood there for the sapwood, and just lots of character. Whoops!
Wow, that is cool.
Yes.
And next to
I
it, we
like
have
how
one
you use
that's
the
just a
sapwood
little bit
interplay
taller. Yeah.
Are you skin reactive to walnut? Does it bother
Not
you when you
yet.
sand it?
No.
It makes me itch like crazy.
This
when
has
I
the big
sand it.
white
I gotta
stripe
wear
there.
long sleeves. And... Right on.
And I
beautiful,
undercut
man.
the caps a little bit, and there you can see the white coming up underneath work, and then it comes out on top. So these,
Very cool.
especially in my early shows, the mushrooms were the big seller.
I can see that. Those are nice, man.
And yeah, like I said, I have a lot more that I could show, but give it time. Oh, I got to show one more, even though, or I could just say, if you just go into my profile and it's just like two back is this one really cool black walnut bowl. But yeah, and unless you want to see a couple more.
Sure. This is your show. So, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man. We got plenty of time.
Oh, okay.
Right, Johnny Ray? I do too. That's one of the things I like about his work is he selects some of the kinds of pieces that I like.
Here's
That's
a smaller
beautiful.
cherry vase for dry arrangements. Just about 7 inches, 6.5, 7 inches tall. Has my nice little logo on the bottom. Another one. Here is some spalted red maple.
Oh, wow.
I've got pretty much a whole tree of this. I've got about 3 or 4 chunks of this drying some more so I can finally make a bowl for the co-worker that gave it to me.
Right. Yeah, the wine cup toppers.
Here's I was given a scrap of Brazilian walnut, like 9 by 4.5, 5. So I made a little tray. So
Beautiful.
not everything you turn has to be round.
Huh.
So and you can see a little bit of quilting stuff right in through here.
Yeah, it is. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Really pretty chunk of wood.
Hey, Pyro Sticks. What's happening, man?
Here is another local wood a lot of people don't really know about, sourwood. This is a sourwood bowl with a little bit of live edge left. It was supposed to be all the way around, but it had other ideas. So I had to trim the top down. But I kept it as big as I could. And right here, sourwood. You know, sourwood honey, sourwood festival. This is the pith or the center of the tree. And hopefully it doesn't crack anymore. We'll see.
You know, Trish, I got a whole sweet gum tree I milled. I've never used it. Sourwood, yeah.
Really?
The honey is delicious. I've never worked with the wood itself, though. I know the cherry is buttery when you're using a lathe. Yeah.
Actually, I do want to bring one more piece down from upstairs that I forgot. If you give me just 30 seconds or probably less, I'm going to run upstairs. I'll be right back. Just entertain the troops. I'll be right back.
Right on.
Never heard of sourwood till just now.
Ginn needs
I mean, I know
we're waiting.
I know that. Yeah, right. I know that. I have sourwood honey upstairs. I've just never worked with the wood itself. But you know, he used applewood. I was telling you, Chad, that I've got whole apple trees and whole pear trees out there in that barn for that reason. Because it's really cool wood. I would use it for tote handles for planes and stuff. But that's some of the chunks I was talking about sending you in the next box. It's hard.
All right, here I am.
And And the sweet gum tree is I milled it in thin little planks. I milled it years
Yeah.
ago. It's really white though. The tree I have is really light colored.
Cool.
Okay.
Anyone ask how he
have
came
y'all
up
heard of
with his
redbud?
name? Yes, I have one growing in my
okay.
backyard.
Oh yeah, got him on my farm.
All right, we'll go with that first six. Okay. My last name is Todd, Todd, and Toad was kind of a nickname that bounced around us kids growing up. So that's where the Toad comes from. And it's kind of, to me, it's kind of obvious that the dizzy part comes from the spinning lathe. You know, that frog, if he gets around that lathe, it gets a spin and a spin, and he's going to go. So yeah, I managed a few years ago to get a hold of a Eastern Redbud trunk. And this is one of the crotch pieces, well, the main crotch piece from it. And all but a little bit is live edge. And I actually entered this into a juried art show as an emerging artist. And I don't know if I was the only emerging artist or not, but it won.
It's beautiful.
The black here
You can see why.
is open space in the wood that I filled with coffee grounds and two-part epoxy.
Oh, cool.
So,
Oh, wow.
but
Mix the coffee
look at that
grounds
grain
and
in this wood.
It's beautiful.
That
really
is gorgeous, dude.
And I got to hurry up and get the rest of it turned before it cracks to pieces. But yeah, and this is one that was, well, actually, I think I claimed it before the wife did. I said, nope, this one's staying here since it didn't sell there. And we used it to hold avocados.
Avocados.
Excuse me.
Nice.
So we buy avocados, we stick them in there till they're ripe, and then we eat them.
The avocado bowl. Perfect.
Oh.
And
I'll do this
one.
one for Ashman, since his A.S.H. I'll show you a piece of ash. And it's not my butt.
I don't know if we can do that on TikTok, Victor.
Now, I believe you might be thinking of another page you have, Victor. I'm not sure, man, but
hey, we're not talking about that.
this might be a different page there.
Yeah. This is like right at 14 1/8 inches. Ash. I'm going to call it a serving platter. It's a very shallow bowl, just over 14 inches out of solid ash.
That's gorgeous.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Got that little inclusion right there,
I love it.
which transfers to the inside.
That's absolutely beautiful, man.
Yeah. And it's still flat.
There you go.
No.
Do you have a particular wood or woods plural that you prefer to turn? Like for me, cherry is real buttery. Like it's really nice.
Yeah.
If you got a sharp tool, it's really smooth to cut. It doesn't chip out like
Yeah.
hickory or, you know.
I mean, I like a lot of woods. You know, as much as a pain it is with tear out, I still like red oak, even though it is a pain and sometimes it stinks.
Yeah.
But that
Yeah.
ash was fun to turn too. But yeah,
Man,
the fruit I like the fruit woods, cherry and apple. I love the way they turn.
that locust, how was that to turn? I've got some locust posts that I've taken out of
it
barns
is
that
hard.
are probably 150 years old, and it is like a rock. Like I can't cut it with
You
a
will have to
skill
sharpen
saw.
your tools a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got two
Here's
sets of turning lathes, one sharp for soft and one dull to knock off bark and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
This is a little piece I made for the lady that gave me the first bit of locust I got. And life being what it is, we've never had a chance to get this back to her yet. Of course, I keep telling her, this was back before I had a brand. So I just used a wood burning pen and wrote the information on the back.
That's cool. I like
So.
it. Right, Mondo? It is amazing work. I love his work. I really do. I dig it.
else? Is that the sycamore?
Honey locust.
Not the red oak too.
Honey locust. I'm
I
familiar
think
with
I have
black
some
and
honey locusts, but
yellow.
I'm not sure.
Is yellow and
And-
honey locust the same thing? Is that what y'all are calling honey locust? Is yellow locust, or is it a whole
I'm
different?
not
thing?
sure.
Like around
And
here, I know
this-
of black locust and yellow locust. Is honey
Yeah.
locust a local thing?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
That one I don't know.
All right.
And I'm not sure if this is red or white oak. It might actually be white oak, even though it has the striations like a red oak here. But in this is a Helene bowl. This piece of wood came from one of the trees that came down on my property from the Helene storm. I rough turned it, let it sit for a few months, and then turned it into this.
Beautiful.
So, and it's got some nice grain too.
Some
I've
history.
even got some sycamore here too, if I can remember which one it was. This might be it here.
That's
Yeah.
another wood that's really fun to work with. Is sycamore. I like working
And
with
sycamore actually looks, when you turn it, it looks similar to oak
yes.
in its grain and everything,
Yes.
but it's sycamore. Only because that's what the guy told me that's what it was. Other than that, I wouldn't know. And it's pretty there.
Right on.
Out of destruction comes with yes.
Right on, Lisa.
Yeah, those trees messed up my deck, so yeah, they're gonna pay for it.
Right on, Trish.
Here's an early stash buck out of, I believe it's a maple. It's got a good friction fit lid on it. The line is right there, and you just have to pop it off, and it's slick.
Nice catch.
And
Soft hands.
Nice catch.
so you can store stuff in it. I've sold a few. I've given a few away.
We're gonna need about 3 or 4 of those.
He's got stuff.
Let's see. 1, 2. Where to put them? I got 2 or 3 left. What was this one? That's a hunk of sycamore. Okay, here's one more hunk of ambrosia. I made about a 9.5-inch platter out of ambrosia maple.
Wow. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
And like I said, as I'm
Absolutely
going, I've been
is.
trying to work on making more refined, smoother bases. Which reminds me,
Yes. Yes, Woodhoot. Everybody,
I've done
all this
one-
stuff with tags is for sale.
Wolfman.
yes, all the stuff with tags is for sale, and everything has a tag on it, pretty much. This is a
Yeah.
piece of silver maple that I got from a guy that gave me the ambrosia maple from the picture I showed you, and I carved 3 feet on the bottom.
Oh, cool. I like it.
So it had just your basic ring, and then I turned it into 3 feet. So even if it did warp, it's sit flat. But yeah, this is
That
silver
is
maple,
cool.
and I did one coffee repair on the inside there.
I like that you use coffee beans. That's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, ground up coffee. Yeah, there's the third one. Here's I'm not sure what this is. What is it? This might be ash. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. This is a little loose fitting lidded box with
So for people
Great
that don't
match.
understand or don't know why, the reason someone that works with wood a lot doesn't know what particular kinds of wood are is because if you imagine the tree with leaves on it and everything, that's one thing. But if you just got a little chunk of wood, a lot of them look similar once you get to that point. A lot of the different species,
yeah.
you know, I can tell the difference between red oak and white oak, but
yeah, Barbie, you have one like that.
But you know, telling the difference between 18 different species of maple or telling the difference between say a piece of sycamore and something else that looks pretty close. Hey, Jason, what's up, brother? Is a difficult task. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If anybody's sitting there wondering, well, he does wood turning, why doesn't he know? Well,
Yeah.
you know, you go pick up
and
a
like
piece
Joe
of wood
said
off
down
the
there
ground
in
and
the
tell us
peanut
what it
gallery,
is.
and like Joe said in the peanut gallery, when you take a piece of raw wood, when you put a finish on it, it's going to change the color of that wood at least a little bit,
Right.
depending on what you put on the finish.
Yes.
So I mean,
So
I could take two pieces of the same wood, put a different finish on, and they look different.
right. And you make so many things that people find it hard to believe, but it's hard to remember exactly what, you know. I've made entire pieces, tables, end tables, the whole damn 9 yards, and I don't remember exactly how I put it all together. Like, you know, it was 10 years ago. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've started
Some
writing.
type of joinery.
Well, like I said, I write on my tags to try to remember what the wood is, and when I remember, I write on the wood while it's being stored. Oh,
I do the same thing. Yeah.
I got to make a bunch of these. Here's a cute little snowman. Actually, this is a snow lady with a cap, a little beanie
Did
cap.
you burn the dots, or is that ink or something like, or paint?
That's wood burn. Wire burned the lines, burnished the ball, and I have an old soldering iron with the round tip to make for the eyeballs and the buttons.
Nice. I love it. And right now, guys, if you want to sell stuff for Christmas and you build, right now is when you need to be getting your inventory together.
That's what I need to be doing.
Right now is Christmas time, y'all. Right now, if you are a maker, it's Christmas time. Just to let you know.
Yeah.
I'll wait till December 23rd and then I'll start.
There you go. Okay. What say we relocate? I'll take you on a little walk here.
Sounds good.
And we'll go in the shop.
Y'all, for anybody interested in somebody that can play the absolute shit out of a guitar, Jason Woodward just passed through. Give him a follow. He is absolutely incredible guitar player.
I didn't see you sneak in, Jason.
He may not still be in here, but if he is, give him a follow. He is certainly worth a follow.
He might have just breezed through.
I think he probably did.
Yeah.
Raquel is doing a Christmas. Yep.
There's some wood.
And some more wood.
A couple of big chunks of
I know, Jason.
poplar there for snowmen.
Hey, Haley. I just got done milling up a big old poplar tree, and I got another one to mill. That's another kind of buttery wood.
A few branches there. Here you go. Here you go again.
That looks like my leftovers building.
I'm going to come shopping at your place.
I got a building that all the little leftover pieces from projects that I've done over the last 15 years is in. That's what that looks like. It looks like my leftovers building.
Here's some beach.
Nice.
For me to play with. Yeah.
I've never worked with that either. That
I'm going to do a quick camera flip here, and then I'm going to end up using my big lathe to hold things.
Okay. Okay, boss.
Come on, camera flip.
We're into it.
Flip. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, here's the lathe I started with. Whoops. That's my little win. And of course the camera's backwards, so it's got me all messed up. So that's the headstock. This is on the left side, and the tailstock's on the right side. And this is what I upgraded to.
That's
just
cool.
for y'all, I cleaned the floor. You couldn't see that floor, 4 hours ago. But yeah, this is what I make most everything on now.
That's nice, dude. Wow.
So, whoops, sorry, wrong one. Come on, flip.
That's all right. We didn't want to see it anyway, Victor.
Well, that's about all you really needed to see on it there.
He gave us a tease. That's all you get, Chad. That's all you get.
There you go.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Here, we'll go back because for the non-lathe people. Come on. If I can get this thing to flip back again, it doesn't like the buttons. Don't like my fingers.
Dry woodworker hands.
Okay. So basic wood lathe 101. This is what they call the headstock, which is where the belts basically and your motor on this one is right back here. Some of the motors directly out the backside here. Some it's on the backside, and like on a lot of your smaller lathes, it's down underneath. This is a chuck that's used to hold wood. You can use that's where you can put your mortise or tenon on, and it sits on these jaws. You've got your tool rest here that your tools sit on. And for you musicians, this is called a banjo.
Yo, I have a banjo. It doesn't look anything like that one, though.
Yeah. And the flat area here is what they call the bedway. That's the bottom of where your swing is. So as it's sitting right now, the bedway, it's basically 12 inches from here to the center here, which gives you the 24 inches up here. And when this is moved back down to there, that gives me down to 31.
Oh, wow,
that's huge, dude.
Yeah, that's a
and
right there.
Yeah, this is what they call a tailstock, and it has a quill that extends out to help you, hold wood pieces on there. And this is like most of them, you can remove it off the backside. This is a live center. The quill stands still. This has a bearing in it, and it spins. Because otherwise, because your headstock is spinning, and if this didn't spin, you would just burn a hole in your wood. So, and
That's nice, dude.
Like I say, various tools of the trade. My little collection of different chucks.
Those are not cheap.
This is called
are expensive.
No, this is called a face plate that you can put on one side of the wood, and that would screw onto. My brain went dead. Which screws onto the threads on the headstock.
Okay.
And that's what I definitely use those when I'm coring.
And that's taking the center out, correct?
Yeah, well, I'll put that on there, and I'll use that like if I'm rounding off the outside, and then I'll put a big tenon on that, and I'll turn it around and use my chuck with the big jaws, put it on there, they'll core it out, and that one little piece will have a center mark on it for when I make a bowl out of it. There's different ways to sharpen. I have the slow speed sharpening station. It runs not a lot slower, but a little bit slower than a standard grinder, so that the metal doesn't heat up quite as fast. Nice. And here's part of the ugly.
Yeah.
They don't all survive.
Right. And that one's not just started either. You've been working on that one a minute.
Yeah, I forgot about this flat spot on the outside, and I got too thin, and it caught, and it just snapped it right in half.
Oh, man.
Hey, you want to see something funny? This is number one. This is the first piece I turned on the lathe.
Nice.
So I'm glad you saved that.
Nice.
Here's a piece of black walnut that I've glued back together, and one of these days I'm going to put it back on and clean it up. So, and now I'm going to put the phone down. Going to go back to the other way, and we'll show a few of the tools of the other tools of the trade.
Yes, sir.
Let's get a couple of the larger ones so you can see the difference.
Is that shovel in the background for the sawdust? The shaving?
Yeah, I forgot to put that away. I was
That's the shaving shovel.
I was shoveling shavings with a snow shovel.
That's what I use too. That's why I was playing. I have the exact same plastic snow shovel for that purpose. Because whatever you're doing on it, it pretty quickly piles up. Like if you run a board through a planer, you'll fill the bag up quick with one little board. Because once it turns into shavings,
Yeah, and then we have basically what are called gouges. This one is a spindle gouge, 3/8 spindle gouge, and has, let me get it, a shallow flute or the shallow trough. They call it the flute. And then you just don't ask me what my grind is because they're different on everyone. It's approximately a 40 out there, but I swept the sides back a little bit. And in contrast, a bowl gouge is shaped a little different and has a deep flute, and allows you to, more efficiently, clean out the inside of a bowl. And this one also has a little bit of a swept back on it with the grind. This one is called a skew. And when you learn how to use one of these, you can make extremely clean cuts and have little to no sanding to do at the end.
I like little to no sanding.
Me too. I'm not there yet. I need to do a lot of work with this. This is a homemade skew, and this little round edge skew is what came in my first kit. But same process, same concept though. This is a parting tool, which I use for more than just parting. Homemade out of a narrow piece of high-speed steel, versus the factory parting tool, which has a bit of a diamond shape to it, a little wider out here on the edges than it is in the middle than it is on the edge. The reason they have it wider on the edge is to clear the wood out and reduce friction. Hey, Whiskey Badger. And let's see.
You made those, and you made those party tools, huh?
This one I bought. This one I made. This I made. There's another tool called a bedan, which is traditionally made with a square piece of steel, but I ended up using a rectangle for mine. And so you've got the straight edge. It's kind of like a scraper, basically.
Huh.
And and I can use that to go straight into a piece, like a small, one of those little lidded boxes, something like that. I could use that. Or I was also taught by a friend of mine how to use that parting tool to go straight in on the edge. And the other spindle gouge, it's called a spindle roughing gouge. And this 100% you only want to use on spindle orientation, which is, like this is your chunk of wood. Think of this as a branch, so all your bark is going around here. Because this will hog out a lot of material very fast, but it has a very small tang at the end. And if you try and use this on a bowl, that end grain will grab this and you will snap this in half. So you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, when stuff starts snapping in half like that, that's not good. Things get hurt.
No.
Yeah.
Stabbed and
Not
cut,
usually.
stabbed,
And they make other specialty tools for Halloween. This is the one I've been using so far. It's a Sorby brand, but it has round stock, but there's other ones out there with flat stock. and they all work pretty similar. This is just an actual high-speed steel cutter on the end of it, and it's called a gooseneck, and you can just take your diameter and just kind of slide right in and get off to the side inside and
Wow.
work the inside of your walls.
That's cool.
Thanks, Andy.
And it's got kind of a rounded blade on it. That's neat. That's cool.
Yeah. I like that rounded better than the oval ones that I've come across because it just works better. Here, I'll get a
Looks like a tuning
smaller
key on
chunk
there.
of wood to
That's
help.
handy.
Yeah.
Hey, Sandy.
Okay, so, and of course, once again, spalted. But, so this is your tree. The tree is going this way. So now your tree going from like top to bottom is going this way. So this is spindle orientation. If you take it and put it on the lathe for a bowl, well, you can still do an end grain bowl if you wanted to, but we typically spin it 180. So you've got this, if this was the whole thing, this is your log. So this is the middle of the tree now, but this is going to go into the lathe and it's going to spin like this.
Okay.
So you're with your tools, you're hitting side grain and end grain both. That's why you can use your spindle gouges on that if you want, but the bowl gouges are designed, they're heavier and they're designed to handle that end grain better.
And they better be sharp to hit that end grain, right? Sharp.
Yeah, that's why I got that. That's why I have the CBN, which is carbon boron. I can't remember what CBN stands for. Maybe one of my friends still in there can remind me. Here's an example. Like, here's a future mushroom, or maybe a tree. But actually, black walnut doesn't work real good for the trees because it has a really fragile pith. So this is probably going to be another mushroom. And I could take this. This is an extra cutoff. So there's the tenon I had that went into the chuck, and I can take this. I can put this back in the chuck, and I can work this into here, and I can make. Where's one loose? Is that one? Take this little piece here and make a bottle opener.
Cool.
You'd have a bottle opener that you're just going to grab like this. I've already got one made like that. I'm going to make another one out of this.
Right on.
So, yeah. But yeah, still got a bunch of those. I got some more wine stopper ends. Got a few other odds and ends of tools, but that's the main thing.
Right, would
We use a
you?
lot of CA. Oh, here's what's left of my current mix of shellac. Most of this went on that last bit of spalted maple I did.
Do you just
No, if
do
that's
you
it.
just buy powdered shellac and mix it with alcohol? Is that
I was about to ask.
I buy shellac in a bag
yeah?
and mix it with denatured alcohol. Or if you can get it just regular 99% alcohol. Or if you're feeling very rich, you can go to the liquor store and buy Everclear.
Heard that.
Which, everything I've know about Everclear, it's more suited for shellac than it is for drinking anyway.
Yeah. Especially the 151 stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it, I guess. Other than that, I've got wood sitting all over the place.
So, can I revisit a question?
We're going to mosey back into the other room.
You make your shellac, and then you were saying you take some of the pieces that are spalted and you soak them
There's
in
the bandsaw.
shellac. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, I don't. So I take a foam brush and I slather them with shellac and let it soak in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Slather. Look at that. You
It's
brought a
slather.
grin to Ashman's face with the word slather.
Slather,
And
slather it on.
I bet you Chad Rev Art has a bottle of Cornhusker lotion within reach that he drips in that oil drip he was talking about for that lathe. Yep, see, he's got it right there. He's always got
There we
something.
go.
It is.
Cornhusker
This
lotion.
This
I have
is
no idea
I
what that
put in
is.
the
So-
bottle drip.
It's
Oh
for your
man,
skin.
you're a
It's for your
woodworker. You need to
skin.
familiarize yourself with this.
Yeah, if you got
This
dry
is very,
hands, you
very
might-
good for your hands. It's old school.
Old school.
Oh, okay.
Anybody that's interested, Dizzy Toad Woodworks at gmail.com is how you can get in touch with him. He also can be found at, these are capitalized, NCTOAD81
Just
on Insta or on the Book of Faces. So again,
Yep.
that is Dizzy Toad Woodworks at gmail.com and NCTOAD or North Carolina Toad 81 on Insta and Facebook.
and here's another cool little piece of walnut, little catch tray
Oh,
Nice.
that's cool.
Very
with
nice.
all kinds of bug holes still left in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that
What is
brings
that?
me to another question, Dizzy. I use a product called BoraCare. It is not cheap because a lot of the stuff that I build has powder beetles or it might have, whatever in it. So I treat them to kill whatever insects or mold or whatever is going on in there. Do you do the same thing, or does the finish kind of take care of things for you for the turning portion?
I evict them in process.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to try to do. I had a set of 4 bowls. I called my bug bowl set. I had one maple log, basically firewood size, 18, whatever long it was, and I cut it into quarters and made 4 bowls, and all 4 of them had varying levels of bug architecture in them.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice architecture. Yes.
Yes.
And I don't have any of them anymore. I gave one as a gift, and I sold the other 3.
Gotcha. I have had people in the past want me to use materials that had a lot of bug wormy holes in them, and they didn't want me to treat it. And they called me a year. I told them, look, probably next year in the spring, you're going to see little piles of powder under your coffee table, and that's because we didn't treat it. The bugs are still eating it. That's a real thing.
The very last bowl of those 4 bowls, as I was turning it, I exposed and evicted one larvae type bug. So I called him the property manager because he was the last to go.
I have been sawing,
But
yeah.
But I use this. I use tongue honey this was made by another small business TikTok guy. He's down in South Texas. And he has tongue honey, tongue wax, and he also makes a sanding paste. And his stuff is a mix of pure tongue oil, carnauba wax, and beeswax. And like the only difference between the honey and the wax is the ratio of tongue oil in there.
Gotcha.
And then I also use Mahoney's walnut oil and this product called Howard Feed and Wax. Every mushroom has Howard Feed and Wax on it.
Gotcha.
I was about to ask if you use Mahoney's. I know Tim McCoy uses that.
Yeah. He used enough to get me. I decided I wouldn't try it. The winged ambrosia maple bowl I showed you that was like 19 by 10. That was finished in walnut oil, and 1 or 2 of these
Which
other
ones
bowls
are
up here I
food
tried in
safe?
walnut oil, but I can't remember which.
Is the Mahoney's food safe?
Yeah. It's pure walnut oil. It's food safe.
Right on.
It just takes a little longer to cure,
Gotcha.
especially in higher humidity. I like to give a walnut at least 2 months to cure.
A little piece of trivia for you: if you get a Mahoney's T-shirt, I'm the one that did the design for it.
Oh, cool. Hey, Trish. How are you? How are
Piece
you?
of trivia for you.
Yeah.
Mahoney's.
So those that don't know, yeah. So yeah, this is the Mahoney's.
That's the bottle on the front of the shirt.
Yeah, and this is Howard.
Gotcha.
Shooting wax, huh?
So yeah, Howard is beeswax, carnauba wax, and it uses orange oil as the emulsifier.
Okay.
Yeah, Trish, I use mineral oil. I'll
Nice.
also use a combination of beeswax, carnauba oil, and a couple other things.
Yeah.
Depending on what I'm doing for charcuterie boards and for kitchen utensils and stuff like that. Right on.
Yeah, and Howard makes a couple other products too, but I'm also thinking of trying the
Orange oil.
the walrus oil furniture butter, I think it's called. I'm thinking about giving that a try, see how it does.
Heard that.
Because
Oh.
I've done a little bit of research on it, and it's available at my local clink store, which I'm due to go there anyway. So, and as you can see, this is getting really low, and the tongue honey in the other room, or tongue wax in the other room, is about the same.
Yeah, Howard's works really well, and it smells great when you're applying it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it smells good.
Yes, I would agree with that. 100%.
Yeah, there's several people checking in saying they use Howard's.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Flutterbot.
And I guess unless somebody wants to see some more stuff, I'm trying to think if I could think of anything else, or we could maybe see if there's any other questions out there from you guys, or what I call the peanut gallery.
Yes, we got a few minutes left with Mr. Victor here. Anybody have any questions that we haven't covered? Or looking at my list, we went over all the things that we wanted to make sure to hit on the list.
Okay, cool.
You did mention that in October, you believe you had another show. You were going to check and see the dates on that?
Yeah. I have a basically a Halloween, it's a Halloween themed show, October 25th. I put in for one September. I don't think I got into that, but I know I have the Christmas market in November at the grade school and the Christmas market in December at the middle school. All right, Trish. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate that.
Mondo's
Take care,
got a
Trish.
question.
Coffee grounds. Okay. The ones I use have been used for drink first. I do have some that have never been used, but I haven't used them yet. Right now, I've got a nice big, probably about 2-cup container that's about 3/4 of the way full of previously used coffee grounds. They also tend to be a little blacker after that, it seems like.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's funny. I use coffee grounds to colorize paper, to give it that antique look. So, use what you got.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a method you can use to put finish on the actual name. You guys might even think of it is you can take vinegar and plop some steel wool or other metals in it and
Ebonize. Yeah.
Ebonize. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And put that on a part before you put the final finish on it.
Yeah, I made some of that on live, and I kept giving updates for it, and then I used it so everybody could see it made and watch it.
And you added tannins to it too, did you, Ginn?
No.
Yes, I have quahova bark or whatever it's called. That is, you suspend it in water and then you paint it on, and it helps that reaction be stronger. Because there's some woods that don't have as much tannin as other woods. Maple don't have nearly as much tannins as oak, for example. So you can introduce
or black
tannins.
walnut. Black walnut is like tannin thick.
Right. So you can use that tannin wash to introduce it. It also is good on woods that aren't consistent, so they're denser or thinner in some areas or whatever. and it kind of helps you bridge that to where it all looks the same shade.
Yeah, and the wood's important too, because like pine is going to take it as well as like another kind of wood, right?
Right. You can also use tan and teas to change the colorization of the ebonization. Like if you have a certain kind of wood that sets a warm tone and you want it to be a cool tone, you can use a tan and tea to change those tones.
Wow.
And vice versa.
Yes, that's a cool one. Was that have a little knot? It looked like you were just getting to a little inclusion.
It's got a little inclusion there. Yeah, that was red maple.
That's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, here.
So, Victor, what is your color of
And
preference? Do you have a? Oh, those are beautiful.
More little vases.
Those are great.
Very cool.
My preference of what?
Color? Just what color do you like? What's your favorite color?
Color. I used to be a blue guy, but over the last few years, I've kind of gravitated towards purple.
All right, y'all. So
that's why you'll see whenever I say hi, I'll always put a purple heart with my frog.
So he uses my colors. We're gonna let him slide tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind at all. But if you could drop him some purple hearts in the chat, let him know you appreciate him. Let's go ahead and
hearts.
Screens. That doesn't show up on the when we load this over on YouTube's. The chat doesn't show up, so let's get him some screenshots.
There you go.
If we can, folks, let him know they appreciate him. Well,
there you go.
Is there anything we haven't covered?
Actually, I should do it with this one. I don't think so.
There we go.
Well,
Hearts and toads. I love it.
Yeah, hearts and toads. Here we go. This is my branding iron.
Nice.
Yo, nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I did forget that. So that's my branding iron. Takes that sucker about 10 minutes
cool.
to heat up, but then it's like toasty.
Well, Dizzy, we really appreciate you coming on, man. It's really interesting seeing what you do. I love your choices.
This has been fun.
Of wood and how you go about your process.
That's what I should have just said. Yeah, put all frogs there. Yeah.
So,
I like that.
Chad, you
Stitch.
got anything else?
Last chance, Chad.
I don't know. Last chance, Chad. He's like, you gonna say something smart ass, Chad, or you just gonna let it slide?
Yeah, come on, bring it on.
Bring it on.
Hit me.
Oh man, dude, your work is amazing. One of the things, and I know Ginn's gonna fully follow me on this, is I love your choices in your materials. I love that you choose to have bark inclusions, knot inclusions. You pick the weird stuff, the stuff that would usually get passed over. And not only does that make your job harder to accomplish what you're trying to do, but it really makes it stand out, man. It gives it your personal flavor, and I really like that about your work, man. I really like all the natural inclusions.
Yeah, me too.
And I have
that's why I like this thing so much. That's why I put a little extra on the price on that from the standard.
Sure. Well, not only does it look cooler because of that, but I know that had to be like 10 times harder to work with.
It took a while to haul that sucker out, yeah.
I bet.
Hey, what's going on, Rachel? Thank you.
Yeah, I know when I'm sculpting around things of that nature, it ups the ante, because you go from dealing with grain patterns that are all, formatted and uniform and everything's gray, and then suddenly you've got things going this way and that way and different densities coming up and holes going in, and if it's anything like a rotary tool, the rotary tool catches one of those edges and the show's over. So yeah. I appreciate
if I remember, I will dig out the video out of my library and send it to you guys so you can see the bug bowls.
Right on. Well,
Sure.
ladies and gentlemen, Chad Rev Art puts his daughter to bed at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and we have arrived at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. I would like to remind you to please go to dizzytoadwoodworks@gmail.com. If you'd like to get in touch with our good friend Dizzy here, he makes some amazing products, and he's a good dude, as you can tell. Hour and a half, a good dude. Right
Yeah.
here.
We
He's
get to hang out
also
with
on
Dizzy all the
NC
time. It's good.
NC
He's
Toad
also on
81. Yeah.
NC Toad 81 on Insta and Facebook. That's capital. So that's NCTOAD 81 on Insta and Facebook.
Oh, thanks, Jimmy.
Yes.
And if you have trouble getting to me there, you can message me here first, and then we can go from there.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in. What we do here at the Ginn
Thanks,
Project
Doug.
Show, since we have a play out song, is we go ahead and we play the song that Steve made us for us, the theme song for the show. It plays for about 3 minutes, and sometimes Ash and Chad will hang out and chat with the folks in the chat. Sometimes the guest stays, sometimes the guest goes. Y'all get to do whatever y'all want to right now, because when the music stops, I end the live and we go on about our business. So you got about 3 minutes to chat with each other. Thank you so much, Dizzy. We appreciate you, man. It was a great show. Enjoyed having you on.
And we'll do the old thanks, everybody.
All right, fellas. You got anything else, fellas?
No, sir. Dizzy.
All right.
Brother. Always good to see you, my brother.
Where the magic grows.
Appreciate you, man. Dizzy, it's up to you. Hang out and talk to the folks in the chat. Tell them to go jump in the creek, whatever you want to do.
Well, I'm going to have to go take care of my dog, I know for sure. I actually heard her bark. I'm surprised that her and the wife are not both asleep right now.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you, Mondo. Thank you, Laura.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and dip out, y'all. I appreciate everybody.
Take care, Victor.
All the 27 that are left. I know a lot of my friends filtered through, and I appreciate all of them. I wish they were all still here, but I know they got stuff to do too. So I'm gonna hop on out of here and catch y'all on the flip side.
Take care, buddy.
He builds guitars, makes the music speak. Artists come and the rhythm flows on the Ginn Project show. Yeah, that's how it goes. His hands are callous, his mind's a spark, turning wood into lightning, striking the dark, and the artists they come, they lay their scars to the hum of his handmade stars. His hands are calloused, his mind's a spark, turning wood into lightning, striking the dark, and the artists they come, they lay their scars to the hum of his handmade.
I love that picture, Ash. I was looking for it in my phone.
I'll send it to you, dude, if I need it.
Yeah, I thought I had it.
Great.
Look at those three beautiful mother.
His mind's a spark, turning wood into lightning.
Yeah, that's Ginn kissing me on the head.
And the artists they come, they lay their scars to the hum of his.
You like that one, Kira?
Stars. That's how it goes.
Bye, everybody.